Hello and welcome to Food Drama TV News. I'm Food Drama Rob, the nutritionist for the people. And before we get started, everyone don't forget to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to download the life-changing How to Lose Weight Fast home program at fooddramatv.com. All right, let's get this drama started. All right, we're going to get a little more serious here. I put out about 8 videos or so, and we're going to put out hundreds more, hopefully. Get everybody informed on what's going on with this food situation in this country and the obesity problem. It's very, very serious. And really, what the heck is really going on here? But today we're going to talk a little bit about, in the beginning part, we're going to talk about just the first of many, about how they're making us overweight, how they're getting us addicted to these foods. The majority of people are addicted to these foods, or what we call so-called foods. And they're very strategic. They have a formula, an equation on how they're doing this. Just about all the foods in the supermarkets and grocery stores have this formula. They all do the same thing. And they're all creating the same disease. And they're all creating basically the same addiction. So basically, we're talking about deception and lies and evilness. Because most of America, we have this attitude that, oh, we're Americans. Our government protects us. And I've told you this before. And this is the greatest country in the world. And we have the best foods. As a matter of fact, we have the worst foods. In some of the other videos, most of the countries ban all the things that's in our foods. Our obesity problem and our drug problem and our health problems are off the table. Everybody basically has the same thing. And the medical industry is always trying to say, well, it runs in your family. That is a bunch of crap. They're doing it. And your doctors and dietitians and nutritionists and personal trainers, I ain't going after you. Most of you have no clue. Most of you have no clue in what is going on. So I found this video. There's people send me videos because everyone has been telling me I need to start doing this channel. So now I am, and we're growing slowly. And I'm going to talk to you about, again, this addiction and how they do it. And we're going to do a lot of videos on how they do this. But this one I found, which is very good. It's about 5 minutes, and I'm going to break it down so that you want, in layman's terms, on how they're getting us addicted. All right, let's run it.
Of mislabeling foods is Adrienne Samuels, who, along with her husband Jack, founded the Truth in Labeling campaign. Hi, Adrienne. Thank you for being with us today.
Well, thank you, Carol. It's a real pleasure to be able to give this information to your audience.
Why don't we start with what MSG is? It's monosodium glutamate, and it is a neurotoxin. What is a neurotoxin?
A neurotoxin is a substance that will stimulate brain cells to the point of killing them.
All right. Obviously, we're talking about this substance that a lot of you have heard of called monosodium glutamate. And it's most well known to be in Chinese food. But we're not going to get into the history of that because I am going to talk to you about when and how all this started. But we're not going to do that again. We're not going to do that. Monosodium glutamate, also known as MSG. The food companies are not interested in the monosodium. Again, they're not interested in the monosodium. They're interested in just the part that says glutamate. And she's going to talk about these glutamates. And basically, she said they destroy cells, but they also stimulate the emotional part of your brain, and the brain that is controlling your immune system, your blood sugar, your blood pressure, and those glutamates are killing them, but it also makes the foods taste better than they are. It's just you think that the foods taste better than they actually are. So salts taste better, sugars taste better. So they're enhancing the taste, and they're playing, and your smell, and they're playing with your mind. It's mind games. All right, let's run it.
Repeated, powerful stimulation, and when applied enough to receptors, the cells, the neurons die.
These toxins, they kill cells in them, and while they're doing that, they cause headaches, they cause migraines, and of course, long-term use of these things can cause learning disabilities. I heard also it's a precursor to, or it stimulates the brain that can cause Lou Gehrig's disease. I mean,
learning disabilities. These stuff is in enormous amounts of this is in our school system. Many people suffer from migraines. They don't even know why. So the doctors just give you a pill, try to relieve the pain, but they don't really know what's going on. They're putting in the foods, and we're having bad reactions to it. The children causing hyperactivity, can't concentrate in school. But we give it to them. Again, most of us don't even know we're doing it. That's why we're doing these videos. You don't even know. So now you're getting this information, and hopefully we can start making some changes. All right, let's run more.
The list goes on and on. So why is this in food?
It's in food because the industry that sells it makes a lot of money from the product. The products that increase taste sell. I mean, the monosodium glutamate is full of MSG, and we'll get into that in a second. It's very effective. If you have a product that has some MSG in it, and I don't, your product is going to be more flavorful than mine.
Oh, did you hear that? That's what's going on. It's a flavor game. See, if I own a cookie factory and you own a cookie factory and you don't put it in your food, I'm going to outsell you. But guess what? It's in all the cookies. It's in all the junk food. It's in all that. And it's causing serious health problems. And more importantly, it causes obesity.
That's why it's valuable to these companies, and they've gone to great lengths to hide that. They've gone to great lengths to hide the fact that there's MSG in foods. I found MSG hidden among many different labels, many different titles on the labels. Can you give us some of the things that they use to hide MSG, some of the labels that they use?
Particularly potent are the hydrolyzed.
Stop it there. I just happened to look at some things here. They can list this MSG or glutamates. Remember, they're looking for glutamates. They're not, it's the monosodium, they're not interested in that. They're interested in putting glutamates in your food. And if you look at this right here, you see there's a word carrageenan, there's modified cornstarch. Those are glutamates. Dextrose, those are glutamates. They list modified cornstarch twice. Those are glutamates. Cheese flavor, that is glutamate. They put it and they use different words to deceive you because they're trying to keep it away from people like me. They're trying to change their names because this is getting out.
Protein products.
Okay.
So you'll see hydrolyzed pea protein or hydrolyzed corn protein, hydrolyzed whey protein. There's autolyzed yeast. There's yeast extract. There's sodium caseinate, maltodextrin.
These 5 here are on almost everything. I mean everything in the supermarkets. In the supermarkets, they know what's going on, but they don't care. As long as you're going in there and you're buying this stuff, I mean, you'll see a whole aisle of junk food. So it's in your sodas too. They hide it. with a name called Natural Flavor. If you go to the store, just about 90% of your products are going to have the word natural flavor. What is that? So that's how they can hide these glutamates, and that's their whole plan, is to hide these glutamates and change the names all the time. Sometimes I'll see names, I go, what is that? And I'll look it up. There it is. It's just another way to put in these glutamates.
Things that have small amounts of MSG in them would include citric acids. And I'm not giving you things in terms of the amount of MSG, because this varies tremendously from product to product.
Right.
And it varies depending upon the type of manufacturer. But you will get powdered milk powder, when it's manufactured, when the protein in milk is changed to powder, making milk powder, there is some free glutamic acid released or produced, and that's that free glutamic acid that is causing the reaction.
Okay, so what they're trying to do is remember, glutamates are in protein. So when you eat a steak or chicken or eggs or nuts or beans, something that has protein in it, there's glutamate in there. But what they do is they're trying to manufacture it in high quantities to put in your food. So they're trying to manufacture. So the more they can get in there, the better. So if you eat a steak, you're getting it, but you're getting it in small amounts. Or you eating a bean that has high in protein, you're getting it in smaller amounts, but you're getting exorbitant amounts of this glutamates, which is causing a lot of your health problems.
That we see, all the various reactions. We need clarification because there is glutamate in the body, and it's in protein. We all have a lot of glutamate. It's functional. You need it. There's no question about it. But when it's manufactured, when it's not found in protein, when it's taken from the protein, or it's manufactured through a process using bacteria, which actually manufactures the glutamic acid, that's when it has this toxic potential.
Well,
the protein doesn't,
right,
by itself, in itself, have a problem.
Well, I was very disappointed because I shop at stores that have what they consider health foods, and I bought a bouillon. And when I started reading about MSG, I went, there's no way that my health foods have it. I mean, MSG stopped being on labels years ago because it went underground and was hidden. It's still there. It's still a neurotoxin. But I thought in health foods, it can't be there, because why would they call it a health food?
Okay, first of all, bouillon is straight MSG. That's straight MSG. And if you look at the labels, they're going to listen right on there, say MSG. Now, the restaurants use bouillon or meat flavors or something, any type of chicken stock that they can buy, unless they make their own. A lot of restaurants do make their own chicken stock or beef stock, but a lot of them don't. And they'll use basically a bouillon based to enhance the flavors of their foods. They don't even know what it is, but it's straight MSG. And you go to that restaurant, you say, oh boy, this food tastes amazing. So now in the organic food industry, what is going on is that organic foods, for many years, people say, well, I don't like organic foods because they don't taste good. Well, they don't taste good because there were no glutamates in the organic foods. But now they're starting to put them in there because they're trying to sell products. They don't put straight MSG in it, but they're manufacturing the glutamates from other protein sources. So the organic food industry is getting sloppy too. And I'm seeing it. And I'm very disappointed. But everybody gets greedy out here. And that's what's happening. She's going to talk about that.
if it's got a neurotoxin in it. And sure enough, I had to throw out like 5 cases of bouillon because it had it in there as, I think it was called a textured protein. And I was so upset and disappointed, not only for the waste of money, but I don't have my bouillon anymore. So some of these foods, I mean, we live with them every single day, and they have these horrible things in them that are hidden on the labels.
There might be one other thing that you would be interested in knowing. Organic food can contain ingredients that contain MSG. There is a prohibition in organic food against monosodium glutamate. That single ingredient monosodium glutamate is not allowed in organic food. But if autolyzed yeast is made using organic ingredients, using organic yeast, the autolysis or the hydrolysis of the yeast will produce the glutamic acid. So the fact that you are using organic food is not something that will keep you free from MSG.
So basically, you need to stay away from processed foods, but most of us don't even know what processed foods. If it can't grow on a tree, it's processed, basically. I mean, there are some processed foods that are less than the others, but basically, if it don't come from God's table, it's processed, and it's going to have this stuff in it. Now, this last thing one thing I want to talk to you about is this obesity. Now, when they are experimenting with mice and they're trying to do research on obesity, they actually use glutamate, or the glutamic acid, same word, to create obesity in the mice. That's what they use to make them fat. And you're eating the same thing. So anytime they want to experiment on a mouse, or a rat, or any other animal, they're using the same chemical in your foods that they're using to make these animals fat. That's why 80% of the people just about are overweight. 60%, over 60% are considered obese. They're doing it. And a lot of it's not your fault. You got to stop it. This is why we're going to do these videos. Because once you stop eating it, your weight melts off of you like butter. I want everybody to understand that. That's why you have to get this weight off and watch these videos.
So basically, it's best to stay away from processed foods and eat as much fresh foods and vegetables, and basically get back to cooking your own foods at home, don't you think?
Absolutely, absolutely. The only way to really avoid MSG in all its manifestations is to avoid the processed food.
There you go. Thank you so much, Adrienne, for visiting with us, and I appreciate all your information. And good luck to you and Jack, and continue to tell people how to read labels and stay away from some of these terrible things that we should not be eating. Thank you again, Adrienne.
We're going to be talking about this a lot. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on out here that the Father above is exposing. You got to get it together. And we're going to get it together. So I'm going to be showing you a lot of this stuff, a lot of these videos like this. And then when you walk into the stores, right, and you look and you pick up a bag of junk food or cookies or anything, you look back on the back of the label, and you start reading the ingredients, just the ingredients, only look at the ingredients, and you're going to start seeing these words that I'm going to talk about, because what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start taking individual products, and I'm going to show you what's inside of them. But these are going to be some of your favorite foods that taste really good, because most of us are brand loyal. And they've got you through marketing and the media and the athletes, because most of the athletes, they don't even know what they're doing. All they know is they're getting paid. But they don't understand that. But anyway, that's all I have to say today. So, people, thanks for listening. And please let us know how you enjoy this information, please. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Food Drama TV news channel and order the How to Lose Weight Fast home program right in your home at fooddramatv.com. Enjoy your blessings. I'm out.